Dan Fox, good morning to you. How popular is the use of jet skis getting on the passage?
Oh, good question. Popularity is gaining all the time. The jet ski manufacturers are now building skis that are 4-stroke instead of 2-stroke, which means they're a lot more environmentally friendly than they were certainly, say, 10 to 12 years ago.
Mr McArdle says he's concerned about the prospect of up to 1 in 7 people who could move into the new development at Caloundra South. That's 1 in 7 out of 50,000, joining your members on the passage on jet skis. How concerned are your members about the future use of jet skis in this part of the world? I mean, it's such a beautiful environment. Is it something that they talk about?
Absolutely. Like, certainly in our group, we're very concerned about what we call the cowboys, the guys that are out there riding the jet skis doing the wrong thing. Those guys need to have the book thrown at them. You know, the law needs to be enforced. It's just like, I guess, if you're out there hooning in your car, you expect the police to pull you over, and in some cases the police confiscate your car. Now, that should be done for jet skis as well. And those that responsibly use their jet skis correctly, like most of the members of our club, then they should be entitled to enjoy riding their jet skis on the Pumicestone Passage, because it is such a beautiful area. And I'll tell you what, you know, on a Sunday morning, we love it out there. It's fantastic, as long as the jet ski riders ride their skis responsibly.
So what kind of education or awareness programs do jet ski riders have to absorb before they get out there on the water on their brand new jet ski? I mean, what kind of advice do they get about things like the impacts of their wake and speed restrictions and where they can go in the passage?
Another good question, and this is one of, I suppose, the areas that we've been saying for some time needs addressing. It's the education part of it, because certainly the jet skiers, when they go to get their licence, they have an additional qualification that they need to get over and above a boat licence. But all that really is about advising them what the laws are, what they can and can't do. And if there was, I guess, some more education around that as to the reasons why you can't do these things, or we encourage you not to do these things because of the environmental impacts, because of the way it's going to affect other users of the water environment, then, you know, that's really what's needed. And certainly our club, in conjunction with one of the manufacturers, a company called Sea-Doo supplied 2 jet skis for our club and a number of other clubs across Australia. And they were all Stick It Up courtesy rider program. And we went out on a number of weekends, and when we saw jet skis doing the wrong thing, people that weren't part of our club, didn't know about our club, we went up to them, we approached them, we advised them, hey guys, that's not the right thing to be doing. This is why. This is how you should be enjoying your ski. Go off and have fun, do it responsibly, and here's some information. We were giving them DVDs about safe riding and responsible riding and things like that. And that was a great program to be part of, and we did make a little bit of an impact. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, MSQ, the Maritime Safety Board of Queensland, didn't like us, I guess, helping to self-regulate our industry, and they put a stop to it, unfortunately. But that sort of thing we're keen to be involved in again if we can get the authorities to agree to it, or certainly our area needs more enforcement of the laws, because there's a lot of laws in place already that cover silly behaviour on the water. And unfortunately, a lot of people are out there doing silly, stupid, irresponsible things, and the laws aren't being enforced, which is just giving us all a bad name.
Now, in terms of the passage itself, where are you currently allowed to go? What area do you have access to? Because I know there are a couple of areas that you're not supposed to be in.
Yeah, that's right. And look, as a club, we certainly don't have any events or take any people into those areas. It is a marine park. We've got to be, you know, respective and responsible with that. And our members are. And we're encouraging and trying to, I guess, get out there and educate and let other jet ski users know, hey, you can come and be part of this group. You can come and have fun, do it in a responsible way without annoying other waterway users.
I know there are concerns regarding, I was listening to a couple of the people on the media boat speaking there yesterday who are part of that Pumicestone Passage Advisory Committee, speaking about the impacts of jet skis on the migratory birds that roost in that area. They were saying that, I'd love to hear your perspective on this, that the birds seem to be able to handle the passage of motorised boats going past because they're predictable in their pattern and their direction in which they're moving. But jet skis seem to upset them a lot because they can become quite unpredictable in terms of those, the movements that they're going to make. It seems to really impact on the migratory birds, which are forced to lift up off their roosting spots and then settle back down again. And they were just saying that the concern is, I suppose, that if that goes on for too much longer, then that they could actually lose those migratory birds out of the passage altogether.
Well, certainly jet skis can be a lot faster than the tinnies, etc., that they're talking about. Having said that, there are rules and regulations in place that should, if they were enforced, prevent jet skiers from operating in an irrational or in a fast nature when they're around those sorts of areas. Again, because it's a marine park, we've got these appropriate laws in place that do govern these sorts of things, but unfortunately they're not being enforced. And certainly people that come along to our meetings and to our club, we're telling them and advising them and encouraging them to do all the right things. But there's a hell of a lot of jet skiers that either don't know about our group or don't participate in our group. And I guess that's part of our participation in this media discussion as well, is to create that awareness for our group and gain additional members, encourage them to do the right thing. Because, like you, we love that area. We don't want that area to be banned to anyone, whether it's a tinny, a jet ski, or whoever. We should all be able to enjoy the area, but it needs to be enjoyed responsibly so that we keep that area as pristine as it is now for our children.
Dan Fox, do you think that part of the answer is potentially banning jet skis out of more areas on the passage and restricting them to set areas altogether?
Well, I don't personally think that's the answer. I think the answer is we need to find a way to provide more enforcement because there are current rules and regulations which are good if they were enforced.
Right.
Now, it may be that we can raise additional funds for government bodies to supply that enforcement by way of things like having having to have a pass to go onto the Pumice-Stone Passage. And certainly if there's another 50,000 residents just down the road, it's going to be...
Could get very busy.
It could get very busy, and it's a privilege to use that area. So maybe there needs to be some sort of pass, that you have to pay for that helps generate some additional revenue for councils and government bodies so that they can help pay for the enforcement, because certainly the enforcement is very lacking at this point in time.
Dan Fox, thanks for giving us your perspective.
Thank you.